Tanya Ramming. I am your new school counselor.
Okay.
So I've been counseling for 12 years. I used to teach at the community college level, so I have taught classes before, but primarily I am a counselor, and I worked in schools. I worked for community agencies. I worked with veterans, Department of Probation. I've done a bunch of different things, but working at the high school is my favorite. Why did I
counseling.
start? Oh, I took notes on that one because I don't really know why did I start. Okay. Oh yeah. So I started. Well, I decided I wanted to be a counselor when I graduated. I had my bachelor's degree. I was working in insurance. I worked for a fraud unit in workers' comp insurance, which sounds cool, but it was not that cool. And basically I worked with people who were committing fraud, so they were lying and cheating and stealing all day. And when you work in that environment, you start to treat everyone like that. So my brothers and my family got sick of me doing background checks on them, and I decided that maybe I should start working with normal people that were maybe a little more uplifting. So I decided to go back to grad school to become a counselor. Originally I wanted to work like in the prison system, and then I did my first internship at a school, and it was awesome, and I really like working with young people that have hopes and dreams and goals, and then I just got hooked. So that's why I started becoming a counselor. Ooh, growing up, so my first favorite teacher was Mrs. Mork. She was my second grade teacher. She had animals in the classroom, and she taught me to say manure instead of horse poop, which is a good skill. And she was a really great teacher. When I was in high school, Mrs. Whitaker was my favorite teacher. I had her for U.S. history, and then she was our AP English teacher, and she was super cool. And so yeah, she was my favorite, just as a human being. My first job, I taught swim lessons at a swimming pool. That was my first job. And I cleaned bathrooms, which wasn't as fun as the swim lessons. My favorite subject in school, I like PE and lunch. Lunch was my favorite, I think.
Where did you go to school?
To high school? Or anywhere?
College.
Oh, college. Okay, so I went to school. I graduated from high school in Sonoma County, which is on the coast, and then I went to Santa Rosa JC, so one of our community colleges, and then from there I transferred to UC Davis and got my bachelor's degree there, and then I worked for a bunch of years and then went back to school, to grad school, to get my master's degree at Indiana University. Teach. So my favorite thing to teach as a teacher was communications. So at the college level, I would teach interpersonal communications classes, career and life planning development. If I could teach, like my favorite subject would just be adulting 101, like how to be a grown-up. That's what I would teach. Not that I'm good at that. I'm not. That's why I think I'd be a good teacher, because I suck at being a grown-up. Out of school, so my favorite thing to do is just have random adventures. So I like to do all kinds of different things. I have a kid, he's 3. I have another one on the way, so my snowboarding and jumping out of planes and all that has been put on hold for more kid-friendly activities. So hiking, kayaking, swimming, exploring new places. I went to the Obsidian Mines the other day, which I'll show you this. You want to zoom in on this? I learned a valuable life lesson. Obsidian is on the ground, but trees are not. And so when you're looking at the ground, you should really be aware of your surroundings. And I ran right into a tree. So, life lesson.